Perfect. That worked out great. Let's go back over here and find my... Where are we? Do I have to be all the way over here? That seems crazy. Let's go TikTok. Where's my... that? That's not what I want. I want the chat. Where's my chat, boys? Thank you. Wow. Out you go. I'm going to talk to people today on TikTok because I didn't do that yesterday. That is not what I want to have on there. Bye. What, display chat on there? Hello, everybody. Hello. Hello, everybody. Does it show up? It does not. So let's find my window. Right there. Let's go TikTok chat. Google Chrome. What if I make that smaller? There it is. Hello, everybody. Now I can see everybody. Hello, managing moderator. I am doing a... I just posted a video. You may have seen it. It was about client interaction. Just people in the executive sector drive me bonkers. So look at me. I'm still dressed up like a clown in my clown suit. Oh, is this shooting me from here? That's the problem. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. I was like, why is my camera so far off? It's because it's a different camera, you dum-dum. Hey, Sonic. How's it going? Let's go to... I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to be looking at people's chats. Hang on. You jerk. Where did the chat go? As soon as I move it, it does that to me. Okay, there we go. Perfect. I see one chat, and now the other chat is there. Perfect. So I'm doing a different, slightly different upscaling. I'm doing a Futurama upscaled, because I've done a lot of Simpsons upscaled. Can I change the size of that to make that? Wait a minute. Please stop. Whoa. Hey, Bunny, did I see your post? Yeah, freaking hilarious, right? Freaking hilarious. I got to check and see if we got any notification from them. I will do that. I will see if we got any notification. But first things first, I got to move this stuff out of the way because I'm doing a different kind of upscale. I'm doing a, what is it called? Hello.
Hi, Carol's stopping by.
Okay, gotcha.
Not right this second, but in 10 minutes.
Sounds good. I'll just close the doors.
Sorry.
No worries. We're all good.
To run out there.
No, we're good. You're fine. Okay, there we go. We remember this scene, correct? Everybody remembers this scene? Where is my sound? I just want to make sure you can hear this because it's classic. Let's see. Classic. So what I'm going to do, if you watch this movie, something I noticed because I saw this GIF and it's very low quality. This is a video, it's very low quality. But if you watch this, his entire head doesn't move for 90% of this. It's just basically his mouth moves. So I can create this whole thing and then make his mouth move in different ways and have him say different things if I want. And that's what I want to start with. I'm going to start with this. Nope. We want to have a poster frame be 4930 as well. 4930. This is just something I like to do for, is that right? 49. What should I have his mouth do? Let's see. Just I want to have his, okay. I'll do it. We want to have it there because I'll tell you why. Because that does move a little bit right there. But that has the outline of his entire mouth too. Perfect. Feel good. No, it's absolutely cool that you help them and they devout. Dude, it's the worst. It is so bad because it's like we were introduced to them through another mutual client, and that client respects us and understands what we do, and that's why they recommend us. So they recommend us to this other site or this other company, and their site was not resolving; it was offline. And we get in there, and it's like, oh, they had some. I can't even remember the exact issue, but it's something we've dealt with a million times before. It could be that they interrupted a WordPress update. It could have been that their DNS entries weren't set correctly, or that they had moved a domain and the DNS records didn't go. It's something that we dug them out of. They had no idea what they were talking about, but we compiled their records, we compiled their domains, we got into their systems to kind of say like, all right, let's get our legs underneath us. It's all part of the discovery process. And once we're done with this, what you should do is not wait until it's a crisis. You should probably set up an agreement with us so we'll make sure that your site's constantly updated. It's just a maintenance agreement, and it's not we're not talking 25 grand a year. We're talking about a company that can afford this stuff, and we're talking about $1,500 a quarter. That's $500 a month for this company that makes $100 million a year. So we're like $1,500 a month, and you can't do it. And so now they're like, we're going to we're going to CES, and we want to have people get responses like right away. And I'm like, good luck with it. Good luck with that. And I'm going to get so much garbage on, because when I post stuff like that, people are like, this is why you suck at business. And I'm like, really? Because I respect myself and my abilities? I'm such a freaking monster. How dare I respect myself and value my time? So we're just going to put his here. We're going to do it this way. Great. What kind of line are these? These are rough, a little rough lines. This might be too rough. Let's see. I'll go a little darker than that. Let's go. Where'd my color go? Oh no. Oh no, where did my color go? There it is. Okay, let's get that. Oh my God, somebody's at the door. I did not ask for this. I didn't ask for it, it's not me. There's my wife answering the door. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. We'll get this around here, and then we will cover his shame. He's got some pretty decent sized pants here. I do like that. Give him some more room. Give him some, I also like that they're the capris. The capris made it. The man-prees made it to the future. All right, so that's good. And again, I don't know the color of any of these things in Futurama. I'm just doing it. I have a designated folder filled with Sonic and Tails GIF files. When I pull it up and click thumbnail mode, it is pure joy seeing it done. Yes, I totally get that. I totally know what you mean. That's one of the things when I go through these old files, they're freaking so cool. Yes, exactly. My wife said someone was coming over today. I was just like, I'm fine. So this is fine. This is 5. 1 second. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go shape. We do just like with painting, you do the background first. You do the background and then you work from there. This can go out because again, we're going to cover it up. It's like working in 3D. It's kind of one of the reasons I like doing this too, because it makes you think different. And when I'm not doing my, what is it called? Miss Pac-Man brain challenge, I'll be doing these brain challenges. Get you thinking, man. Tell you what, 5. Let's get that color in there. I think that's right. Okay, here we go. We're going to get, these will be the first 2 colors in there. And this will be on top. I'm going to get rid of that one, delete. Hello, Progressive Geek. Oh my gosh, yeah. So I'm doing I got inspired to do a Futurama upscaling from this GIF from this afternoon. I saw this up there. It's like, why didn't I break his legs? So I'm going to upscale it to a vector. I mean, it's not as fun as collecting batteries in a skyscraper. Potato skyscraper batteries. Progressive Geek was playing a game yesterday where he collected batteries, solid state batteries, in fact. The most solid of the states. Anyways, it's always good to see you online. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take this and go boop. I did want to change that color. Oh, so that's his pants. That's his top. This is just going to be white. It's a little gray. It's a little gray. Get his little skin. Boop. Just going to get some key colors because I'm going to start coloring those in. His leg is slightly lighter. What just happened? Come on, man. I think it's slightly lighter. It is. And then his shoes might be, yes, his shoes are lightly colored too. They've got a lot of colors here. That's pretty cool. I did not know the Futurama used that many colors. Oh, so we've got the outlines. We're going to put that in there. Boop. Awesome. Thank you so much, Progressive. I appreciate it. Thank you for liking the live. So what I'm doing, as I said, I'm just upscaling these to vector. And then, once they're done, I can animate this one because his mouth is the only thing that really moves. It's his mouth and his little warble. Is it a warble? That's what it's called. I admit I'm low maintenance. The simplest stupid things bring me happiness. Just the fact that Green Hill Zone wakes me up every morning. Oh, that's awesome. That is so awesome. Yeah, Spring Hill Zone. I can think of fewer songs. Or Green Hill Zone. What am I talking about? I did the same thing yesterday. I said I called Thomas the Train Teletubbies. How embarrassing. How old am I that I could not figure out Thomas the Train? I called it Teletubbies. Old man. Yeah, but dude, I used to listen to California Games from Atari Lynx. That used to be my ringtone, and it brought me a tremendous amount of happiness. All right, that is not what I wanted to do. That is not what I wanted to do. Hang on a sec. How am I doing this? I just made a mistake there. I know. I rarely make mistakes. I rarely do. But I made a huge mistake there. All right, just tack these in. Tack, tack, tack. Top, tap. What? Why is that in the way? Bonk. Let's make a couple extra ones of these. Perfect. Perfect. Nice. Excellent job. Wow, his arm went out further than I thought it did. Okay. Out you go. I don't know, Progressive. Do you do any, I mean, you do a lot of stuff with your avatar, but do you do any like artwork outside of your 3D work? Or did you, I mean, I know a lot of people purchase their avatars, and that's totally cool. That's why there's so many anime girls, because those models are in demand. So you can get those a lot easier. But yours is definitely more complex. And if you ever needed me, just like Sonic is moderating my, good Lord, what did I do there? Just like Sonic moderates my feed, if you need somebody in there breaking some legs, you let me know. I'm a good leg breaker. That's the way I roll. Well, not real leg breaker, like a digital leg breaker. Like a real nerdy leg breaker. I do my own texturing. That is freaking cool, man. No, seriously, because you have a good pedigree. You've got a pedigree, and like it even seems like you make 3D. Sorry, what am I saying? VR type experiences or games. That's very awesome. And it's entirely possible if you worked for Microsoft's MR group that I saw you at a PAX one year because I had a game. I was invited to Microsoft's pre-PAX event, and they had a VR, AR, MR kind of, what was it called? Event, not so much event, like a room full of that next to where they had a bunch of indies. And I was in the room with the indies with Cuphead and what was the other one? Mutant League Football and Forgotten Anne. Like all of those developers were in there. Let's see. Oh, dude, Philip Burnell's coming back in. What is, dude? Good Lord. That is so funny. Welcome back, Tim. That's funny. You're making me laugh, son. You're making me laugh, Tim. You're really good with that. Yeah, so here's the thing. We're bringing his white lab coat. Everybody's got like, they've got a little gray instead of black. Like the Simpsons have pretty much a dark outline, but this is a little bit more forgiving, like softer to the background, I'll say. And then this gets tucked in. His pocket we'll deal with later because that's going to be strangely harder to do, but we're getting there. So we've got his jacket, we've got his shirt. If you want to see what that looks like filled in, we're going to say color fill. Oh my God, it looks gorgeous. We're going to do color fill. Oh my God, it looks gorgeous. Oh my God, that's not what I wanted to do. We're going to color fill. Oh my God, it looks gorgeous. It's everything I ever dreamed of. Oh, Tim, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm constantly like I have a lot of interests, which is fine. But what's really funny is when I talk to somebody who has, like somebody from human resources or somebody who doesn't have interests, they're like, I don't understand what you're doing. And I'm like, enjoying myself? Is that something you do? Do people enjoy? Hello, LHT. I can see you tonight. I apologize to you and RR for last night because you guys were talking in the chat. I had given up on TikTok because TikTok stopped broadcasting my chats. Like one would show up every 5 to 10 minutes. Like, you know, Slick Willie has come through and they might be like swiping. I don't know. So I just gave up on TikTok. And then I saw that you and RR were in there. I apologize. But Tim, seriously, I appreciate your comments as well because, yeah, it's like, I love when people are like, I'm curious about why are you doing those things? That's much better than being like, I don't understand your streams. What are you What are you got this some autism or something? I'm like, probably, I don't know. I just have a lot of interest and I just like want to do stuff. If you want to see some like Progressive Geeks got a ton of interest, like that person is one of the more unique people I've met on this platform. Definitely one of the most unique people I have in my agency group. But dude, I do appreciate it. It's rare. I mean, Sonic gives me compliments. I'm a big Sonic and I, we got a kinship going on. But yeah, it's good to hear comments outside of that. That's awesome. Or like people who appreciate what you do outside of it. All right, here we go. I'm going to blow that shadow up a little bit. I'm going to get rid of this because I don't need that. Let's get all of that shaped out. Because here's what I'm going to do, Tim. Here's what I'm doing. I'm going to take this, because this animation right here, let's see if I can click it. So his head doesn't move for the end of that. Like his head is stationary. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a still background, a still with him in it, and just animate his mouth. So I can have him say whatever I want. Like a doll. Like a doll's eyes. Professor, what is it? Farnsworth. Professor Farnsworth's eyes are like a doll's eyes. When it bites you, its eyes roll back in its head. They don't look like... Hello, Crazy Boo. Is it Crazy Burger? Yeah, Progressive, Mr. PG, Progressive Geek. I totally think that's the way to go. Like, yeah, I'm interested in things. How dare you? You can only be interested in few things. If I were only interested in few things, my dad would have disowned me years and years and years ago because I would have not shown any interest in football. But I showed interest in, he wanted to show me football. So I took some interest in it. And now it's the worst freaking product you can imagine. Football's terrible right now. I don't know how people watched WWE like in the mid 90s, like 95 and in 2010. Because when you had ECW, who is watching wrestling? Like that product was garbage in like 1995. No offense, like WWE, I think WWE 20 is like the greatest WrestleMania of all time. I think it was still WWF. Anyways, it's the product is what makes it like, and the NFL's just, I can't figure it out right now. Officiating's bad. Teams are bad. Like like coverage is terrible. Like I made a video about it showing like the cameras in NFL Game Day 98, a PlayStation 1 game. The replay cameras in NFL Game Day 98 are better than what the NFL has today in its stadium. It's freaking ridiculous. But the NFL's got a lot of stuff going on. They're worried about concussiones. Oh, this is going to be really hard to do. This is going to be hard because these are, let's see how hard this is going to be. Because you can't, it's hard because they're not the same size, and you can see it's thicker over here. So, you know what? That's just a challenge to overcome. And we're going to make that line real soft. Hang on a second. We'll make it like that. In this application, so this is, ready for this? If people don't know what I'm doing, I'm using an application called Keynote, which is effectively PowerPoint, which I also use PowerPoint, which is, like, these tools are amazing. Like, these are office tools, but they are so amazing what you can do with them now. Like, I'm not going to renew Adobe. This will be the first time in like 20 years. Or hang on a sec. I used to buy it. I used to buy Adobe every year. So this will be the first time. When did I start getting the subscriptions? 2013. Oh, 10 years. This will be the first time in 10 years that I don't buy Adobe and I don't renew my subscription to Adobe, because I can do vector art through PowerPoint and Keynote, sorry. Yeah, so I don't, and I can do my Photoshop stuff through other applications as well. And I don't use, what is it called? I don't use, what is the name of it? Premiere anymore. I use DaVinci. I use iMovie. So yeah, this will be one of the first years where I don't. That looks terrible, but it's going to have to do for now. Shape, same thing here. Boop, 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 boop. That's a big one right there. That is a big honking. Yeah, because this is for making PowerPoint presentations for your computer, and you can do so much with it. And this is, I found out only recently that this is made, I think Apple's Keynote team, sorry, Progressive Geek, I know you're not a Apple guy, but this is made in Pittsburgh, of all things. What the heck? Apple has things in Pittsburgh? I did not know that. There we go. So I'm just going to change that line back to the fluffy whatever. And then we're going to fill that full of, I think it was, I want to say it was this one. I don't want that line to be that color. I want, hang on a sec. Let's go color fill. Boop. Perfect. Great. And then the outline of this will be that dark color again. Okay. That's good enough for now. I said it's good enough for now. Dang it. Color fill. Look at that. We got 2 pom-poms for feet, and we'll clean this stuff up in a bit. This will go underneath. Pop, pop. Look at this. Look how quickly that goes in there. And then this will go underneath. I can drag that. Oh, drag that right there. And that color is this one right there. Color fill. Perfect. And pop. And that goes under his pants too. Look at that. It's amazing. We've got the professor's pants. We've done well. All right. If any of you have hobbies that you like, I know Sonic has a collection of GIFs that he likes to watch on his machine. That's not so much a hobby as a pastime. Sonic GIF watching. But no, seriously, if there's any hobbies or things that you like that are not so much subversive, but not the norm, I'm all for it. I'm all for hearing that stuff. We got to stick together, us odd hobbied folks. All right, I'm going to change that to that color and then knock that down to 5. That 4 is even better. 4 is even better. So this gives it like a look of a blobby. There we go. Let's see where we're at. Let's see how close. It's looking pretty good. So when they do the pan away, let's say. Looking pretty good, I have to admit. Hello, Jim Max. So as I said, we're upscaling this whole thing. And I'll be able to pop him off the background and put him on, seriously, any background I want. I can scale this person up at a certain point to whatever size I want. That's why it's super exciting to do this stuff. It's because I get my own little paper dolls. Like a man. I don't buy my paper dolls at no store. I make them. I make my paper dolls. You can't get the subtleties in your paper dolls like clothing and texture from store-bought paper dolls. No, you only get that from paper dolls you make yourself. The way God intended men to make paper dolls. All right. I pushed the paper doll bit a little too far, I think. All right, let's get his hand bent. Ooh, that's way bent. That is far more bent than a hand should be. And this is where my art degree comes in, because now I know what a hand looks like. I don't know if you guys know what hands look like, but I looked at bodies and cadavers for years. I was like studying cadavers all the time and looking at them, like, just because that's how you learn how to draw. That's how the masters learn to draw. And then I went to college. I took a drawing course, and I'm like, are we going to be drawing cadavers? And he's like, no, you just draw your own hand. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh, I could have drawn my own hand the whole time, but I'm digging up these bodies. Crazy. I did not think of that until he said it at that exact moment. But he never told anybody. I made sure of that. That's right. It's another one of my hobbies. Yes, yes, yes. Murdering art professors, of course. Let's see. That hand is not. There we go. Let's get another. We got to do this and that. I'm going to do these slightly different. I'm going to do this one like this. Boop. That looks just like that. You'll see what I'm doing. You'll be like, he's a crazy man. That does not look like that thing he just did. And I'm like, quiet you. Because I do know what I'm doing. Trust me on this. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. Make editable. Whoop. And then, yeah. But now watch this. This is magic. This is where the magic comes in, because I use this color right there. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. See, it has this little brush stroke at the end of it. See, make editable. Wah. Boop. All right, perfect. And Sonic, I will definitely check. Oh, I made a mistake. That goes here. That goes whoop. That's too big. Whoop, whoop. That's not. Whoa, what the heck happened there? That's not what I wanted to do. Make editable. Boop. Dupe. Make that. That's way too big. Make that a 5? 4. 4 seems right. 4 seems good. This color will be. I'm going to make it the same color as his head right now. Color fill. That'll be the same color. Perfect. And that goes behind his jacket, correct? Yes, that goes behind his jacket. Oh, God. Perfect. How embarrassing. All right, that hand has to be cleaned up a little bit. But his hand, look at that. That has some blobbies in it. I have to clean that up. We're getting there. We're almost at his face. All right, good. Excellent, perfect. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing anybody. When I wore a younger man's clothes, my artistic muse had awoken. This would be about 2006. During those years, I heavily played, DM'd. Wait, you were a dungeon master? And, oh yeah, that's, I think that's, yeah. I'm trying to remember the last D&D I played, which is probably 3. My focus became arms and armor-based items. I conceptualized a new design for, say, staff with an armor or bow, but with greater detail than was available in the DMG. Sadly, after some 3 years, my portfolio had become, I was so affected that I could not summon that muse ever again. Oh, that's rough. That is definitely rough. If it makes you feel any better, I understand that. I didn't lose my portfolio. It sounds like someone may have taken, like the way I'm imagining the story in my head, somebody liked your work so much they took it for themselves, because it's hard to lose those things unless you like were traveling on a bus a lot and you're like, oh my God, I left it on a bus. But I lost, this sucked so bad. In college, I worked on film, 16 millimeter film. We did animations on 16 millimeter. And I was an animation major. I worked in animation, and I worked with Chuck Jones because we had the animation tables. You can see it on my channel. I talk about it. So Chuck Jones, I worked with Chuck Jones. And, I had animations where he was showing me like, hey, here's how you want to do squash and stretch, like with character animations. And this is how this works. So I'm like, I'm going to have these memories for a lifetime. Memories for a lifetime. And, shoot, this is so bad. In the film library, we had to roll the film, like, hang on a sec. There were two little wheels, and you had to roll the 16 millimeter, cut it, splice it, and splice it together. All of the film in that room was trashed over the summer. I lived in my college town over the summer. So I'm like, I'm an animation major. That'll be there all year. It's always there. That room is there. It doesn't get touched. It's climate controlled. All of the film was thrown out. And I'm like, are you kidding me? The only film I have from my college, I mean, I have videotapes of some, but the only film I have is of my senior project. That was the year after Chuck Jones. And that was of more live action than it was animation. So when I was going around like trying to show my portfolio, they're like, when I first like left college, I'm like, I got this portfolio. I had nothing. And that sucked. That was pretty bad. Yeah, so I didn't have any of this stuff. But you know what? That's quite all right. Now look what I'm doing. Can't take this away from me. Oh, thank you so much, Progressive, for the gifts. I appreciate it. I just saw all of this. Thank you so much. Can't take this away from me. I'll have this forever. So much better than having Chuck Jones instructions on this like nobody else. It's so sad. I don't want to talk about it anymore. But no, I get it. Because it really destroyed me when I came back. Like I had a whole senior year to do. And I'm like, okay, well, it's kind of perfect circle, because in my freshman year, one of my first drawing classes, because I could draw. I didn't have a lot of friends in high school, so I drew a lot. So freshman year, they had us draw, and I think it was my first drawing class actually. They had us draw. They like take all week. And I think it was like 3 or 4 days because it was a short week. No, it was 3 days. It was 3 days. It was Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So Monday and Wednesday in class, you draw what you're going to share with the class. Like show the class your work at the beginning of the class. So you're like, everybody, all these freshmen from high school are like, oh my God, I'm going to draw the best thing and I'm going to show everybody how awesome I am. I'm one of them, by the way. I was going to do that too. I'm so great. My drawings are so good. I'm going to impress everybody in this classroom with my art. So everybody worked on it. Teacher was going around helping us figure like stuff out, going to everybody individually, touching them and everything. Then on Friday, he had us all go outside and we showed our artwork outside because it was still September. And then he, once everybody did it, he brought us all around. We had to bring our own drawings around the art building. And he had started a fire pit and we all had to throw our drawings into them, because the whole thing was you had to deal with separating yourself from your art. And the idea was, think that this is the best thing you're going to create, if you think your art's worth keeping at this point, it's not. It's like art is fleeting. It's short, and so people were pissed because they had worked all week and they're trying to show off and stuff. Although I'm not presently running a campaign, I've been a DM for about 14 years. That is freaking cool. I still have my DM materials. You know what? I wouldn't mind doing a Dungeons and Dragons campaign on here. Like, I know that Dan Harmon, Harmontown, they used to do that, but I still think like people would love to do that. I think, yeah, if you're up for teaching an old man how to play Dungeons and Dragons again. I can't remember. Are there even Dungeons and Dragons anymore? I don't remember. It's been so long since I've seen them Dungeons and Dragons. I'm guessing there are Dungeons and Dragons. That hand looks absolutely bananas. It does look like a bunch of bananas. I'm going to move that down to the bottom. Boop. That's what it looks like. Seriously, make editable. I'm going to make it look more like a hand, though. That does not look more like a hand. So wait a minute. When you do this... Oh, it's... Because this is his... Wait, right? Hang on a sec. Give me a second. I don't even know what I'm looking at anymore. It's too close. So, it is... Yeah, okay. That's wrong. So, I got it. That's his thumb. So this is drawn wrong. So I'm going to fix this. I'm going to fix with the future make editable. This needs to come down like that. And then this goes like this. And then this goes like, yeah, it's drawn. I hate it. I mean, it's just because I think it's just the way that, because you've got this little, that is drawn real wrong, actually. That's going to be closer to what it should look like. But also, that's not what a hand looks like either. So what we're going to do is that. He'd have a piece that... Here, 1 second. Sorry, everybody. I don't mean to correct another person's artwork at all. It's not what I was trying to do at all. Shape, boop. Yeah, but seriously, Sonic, that would be freaking awesome. Because I know that there are people who are too embarrassed to say they haven't played. Like, there are some people who are like too cool for it in school. Did anybody here watch? Hey, Zeke, what's going on? Zeke, oh my gosh, talk about an artist. Zeke will draw circles around you, man. He drew that one freaking comic that's all everybody's talking about because he's so funny and handsome. I don't even know what his name is, Zeke. Okay, so that's why this looks so weird, because that's his thumb. Then this goes make editable. Because this should be like, that should be tucked in, and then this goes up like that. But that's not gonna, yeah, because this is drawn wrong. It's totally drawn wrong. Let's make this that color. Perfect. And let's make that this color. So I'm upscaling. What I'm doing, Zeke, just so you're aware, I'm upscaling a meme, the Professor Farnsworth meme. Perfect. Why didn't I break his legs is what he's trying to say, I think. But if I can get rid of that, can I get rid of this? I can just delete it, right? That's what he looks like right now. He's got a little gap in the, wait, is that right? Yeah, there's just a little white right there. That's funny. I didn't even see that. He's got like, that's pretty cool. I do like that a lot. When like you draw what the shape is of like the arm or the jacket, and that's how things start to look more real when you do that. So if I did this, let's go, what size? I'll just make it the square. If I take this and go wah, and I make this, give it an outline of color fill is going to be this color. Get out of here, come on. Color fills that color, and then I'm going to do border line. We're going to make that the simple gray color. We're going to make that 5. Then we're going to say make editable, because we're going to make it arc around just like his jacket does. So his jacket does that. And you're like, well, that looks terrible. And I'm like, shut up, you face. I got to put it behind him like this. I got to put it all the way back there like that. That's what I'm talking about. Now he's got the freaking thing in his back. And so when we move around, it looks like he's got this thing that's going around. And it was just a square with a line around it. It's amazing what you can do with shapes. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to group all these. Group. Awesome. And now I'm going to go move that behind him. And I'm going to focus on his head. Focusing on, oh my God, that's too much for you. Why? All right. That's harsh. I can't remember what I was saying back then. I missed your that's harsh until it was later. Are you talking about old man playing D&D, or is it before that? Oh God. Look at these little bumps. Look at these. Look at his head. Look at those lips. Oh, no. It's one of my favorite memes of all time. And you're like, dude, you screwed that all up. And I'm like, have some faith in me, please. Have some faith. You've got to have faith. Faith, the faith, the faith. Talking about faith. Oh God. Oh God. Shape. Shape. That was very bad. I've got to have more faith in me. Shape. Boink. Perfect. Shape. Trust me on this. I know what I'm doing. And then shape. Boink. There. Let's do that. This is going to be an interesting one because that's a very strange shape. And the nose is also a strange shape. The background color is going to, I don't need to do background colors on almost any of these. Okay. And there. Perfect. And then we've got this right here, which we're going to go. And you're going to be like, this looks terrible. And I'm like, man, can't you say something positive? I'm going to have my moderators kick you out of here if you can't be nice. I still have my DM materials and I'm trying to gather 4 others to begin anew. So do you do it all in person when you're doing your DM and like your game sessions? Are they all like you have a group, a troupe of folks? Because that's who we were playing with. The last time we were playing, I was playing with an artist friend of ours here in town, Tom Webb. He sometimes will join these things. His son is Max. He will be more likely to join these. But yeah, Tom was a DM for a long time. But it's just hard when you have kids and you have jobs and you have obligations to keep everybody. And then, you know, you got to keep the campaigns going. And if someone doesn't show up, it's really a big kicker, especially if they're like, oh, this is going to be a great one. This week we have this this thief player who's going to be doing all of these cavalier crazy little he's going to be leading and his story's going to be centered around him, and then the guy doesn't show up, and like your whole session is like, well, the whole thing was about his character growth and his arc, and now that doesn't happen. And so the DM is stuck having to, like, what do I do now? I've got to rewrite these things. Yeah, it's just definitely not optimal when people, and I was probably one of those people that balked out occasionally because not that I had kids, it's just that sometimes sometimes the things are not about me exclusively. I don't know. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to be honest, because it's not Tom. It's not and it's not Tom's friends. There were some people in the group that were just not cool. Just made it miserable. They were like, just, oh, can't believe this is happening. It just like not enjoying the experience at all, and trying to bring everybody else down. That was kind of rough. And Tom was always, as this DM, he has to keep everybody, he has to spend a lot of time on those persons trying to turn them back around. It's just a big waste. All right, so we've got a good chunk of this guy already nailed down. So what we're going to do is we're going to take his, whoa, make editable. Whoop. There. This goes down a little bit further. This goes out. Look at that. See the little brush strokes? I love those little brush strokes on these. I don't do these on The Simpsons, those brush strokes, as much. I used to use them a lot more on The Simpsons. Whoa, delete. But I don't use them as much anymore. Is this right? Delete. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of this. That's perfect. I do like that. So this is the color of his face right now. Make editable. Oh, wait, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Son of a gun. Son of a gun. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 4. Knock that down to 3. That's even better. 2. Hello, LHT. How you feeling, my man? Seriously. I was worried about you for the last couple days. LHT is part of my clan, agency clan, but he was not feeling well. Hopefully it's not a respiratory thing. Hopefully he just feels like garbage and he recovers from it. And it's not like anything where he's like, oh, yeah, my lungs have to be scraped. But no, seriously, I hope you're doing all right. I hope you're keeping your allergies up. If there's anything I can do to help you with that, let me know. Like in terms of just streaming hours or whatever. I'm still under the weather, but tested negative for everything today. That's great. Upper respiratory infection. Those are always fun. What you ought to do is intentionally give yourself a lower infection, like a bladder infection, and then have them fight it out for dominance. And whatever one wins, they get superiority. And you'd be like, oh, you know what? They fought a good battle, but my bladder infection is hurting infinitely more right now. Kind of makes you free, you know, you can take a sideline seat. You can just be like, I'm just the battlefield right now. Don't take any advice from me. That's terrible advice. I mean, it might work for you. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, just double infect yourself. It's what you want to really do. Just get super sick. Yeah, my son was sick yesterday, all day, and then he's like, because his Christmas break started, or his holiday break started, and then last night his friends were going out. He's like, I'm going out. I'm like, I thought you were sick. He's like, I feel great. I'm like, okay, well, take it easy. He didn't come home until like 1 o'clock, and now he's like debilitated. He's like, did I get a haircut? Yes, I did. I had a job interview today. And it's not a job interview. I call it a job interview, but it's like there's a company here from Japan that does, you know who I look like? This is killing me. That YouTuber who eats fast food. That's who I feel like right now. The guy who gets dressed up and eats fast food. He's like, thanks, man. But I do feel like, I think it's the tie and everything. I feel like I should be reviewing fast food on this thing. But appreciate it. Thank you for noticing. Yeah, so I'm trying to get a client to, it's from Japan. And they do, how to say this? Okay, so Portland. I live in Portland. And Portland is a lot of people know Portland is under siege. Portland is like we're home of Nike and Adidas. Both companies are here in the Pacific Northwest. But a lot of people don't know that Doc Martens has a headquarters here, and Under Armour has one here, and Li Ning is here, like a Chinese shoe manufacturer. They're all here for some reason. We've got a big shoe population in this town because people get shared all around. And then we got all these boutique shoe companies and athletic wear companies because people leave Nike and take their severance with them and start up shoe companies, hoping that they'll be acquired by Nike and then just retire. So that's one thing. So some people know that. But I just found out recently that we do the same thing with blades, with knives and axes. So we have Gerber blades. That was in Walking Dead. Like if you watch The Walking Dead and you saw the axes that they were using, those are Gerber axes. But we've got like, I think it's Burn or whatever. We've got Kai. We've got, yeah, there's like 8 to 10 different blade manufacturers here in town. Like that is nuts. I had no idea. And I've been here for a long time. So if you want some knives, you can come on down. Portland, Oregon. We'll cut you up, but good. I hope the AI doesn't think I was promoting knife usage or an ad. I think they'd be more upset that I was doing an ad than talking about knives. They're like, ooh, that seems like he was trying to advertise something. Okay, let's go. We're going to change this color to color fill. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. Look at this, look at this. Great. And then you're like, well, these are over, but they're going to be under, if you know what I mean. So let's go, this is his head. So I'm going to group all those. And then I'm going to move this guy up to there. Shoot. I forgot about that. Oh, I forgot about that white. There we go. Okay. So I am going to have to do that. Fudge. That's silly. Ungroup. Oh, that stinks. I completely forgot about that whole thing. I made a shortcut early on and I hosed myself. All right, here we go. This is fine. We're fine. Everything's great. Don't you worry about it. We're all good. Okay, perfect. Then that color has to be, let's make this that color. And then we're going to make that this. And then we'll make these shorter. I'll just make those shorter. Make editable. That should be fine. I want to make these the same color though. I don't want to make these black. It's too intense when they're that stark on his face, especially. Yeah, he doesn't deserve all those sharp black lines like that. He's an old man. He's not decaying, for gosh sakes. There we go. Okay, how close? We're getting there. Okay, we're good. I feel good. Kershaw, that's who, yes, Kershaw. That's, so Kershaw owns Kai. There's like, it owns 4 different companies. That's crazy that you knew that. That is so awesome, LHG. Yeah, so I was talking to Kai today, the Japanese one, because I was trying to, they just hired a bunch of people that I worked with in the past. And they're like, you should come in and pitch to these guys because what you do on TikTok, what you're doing on social media, they don't have any of that. And then, of course, we could rope in the stuff that we do graphic design-wise, become in like an agency of choice. So I put a tie on like a freaking monkey. And that's why I think this professor thing came up in my head. I'm in the South. We like things that go boom and stabby stab. Yes. Maybe you like things that go boom and not go stabby stab, but can be stabby stabbed, I guess. Because you wouldn't want to be stabbed. You like things that go boom and stabby stab. That's very good. There should be a bumper sticker for that. That should be your merch, LHT. I think you finally got one. Let's get that boom and stabby stab. That's it. That I feel good about that. All right, so let's move his spot. Let's join him group. I know that's going to be a problem. We're going to move him down. We're going to put his eyeballs in right now. All right, we're getting there. We just got to get a circle. That's perfect, right? I think that's a perfect. That's it. 1. We're done. We finished. We did it, everybody. I promise it's nothing crazy. Wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. So Neil, you asked us what hobbies we have. May I share my current hobby without judgment? Of course. I promise it's nothing crazy. If it's like making ships out of like human bones, I'm not going to make fun of you, but that might be a little crazy. I promise it's nothing crazy. However, I usually encounter bias, discrimination, and outright hatred. Holy cow. What are you doing? Are you collecting like recycled freaking fast food wrappers or something and displaying them in your car? What is? I can't wait to hear what this is. Hello, True. Thank you for joining. If you're not swiping through, we've got some confessions here. I am. I just looked down at that. That looked very funny to me for a second. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to change this to green because I got to see through it. There we go. That's as far in as I can go. Make editable. All right. Tell me. I can't wait to hear this thing. It's nothing crazy. I usually encounter bias, and this is crazy. I'm sorry that you encounter that. I'm open to freaking almost, if you're into something, that's pretty cool. Again, unless it's like, I like collecting a lot of garbage. That's still cool. That's still cool. I'm not going to deny it. But it's like, I don't want to come over and hang out. I mean, that might change how long I stay over. All right. So I am LGBTQ, and there's a reason I chose profile pic of Sonic and Tails. Yes. You had the love, you had the freaking whatever. I'm a Sonny Tails shipper. So, Tails, not Sonny Tails, Tails shipper. Presently, I have authored 12 chapters. So you're like, okay, I've seen some of this. Hang on a sec. Carl Bricker, welcome aboard. Tails shipper. Presently, I have authored 12 chapters of a Tails story, which I soon to post on Wattpad. Were you on Tumblr at any point? Like, was that part of your... Because I know there was a lot of stuff going on there in terms of Sonic. I don't know. That might be offensive for me to even say that, but like I know there was a lot of stuff, like what is it called? There was a lot of Sonic lore going on there when there was a lot of fan fiction. Good Lord. Okay, I'm a Sonic Tail shipper. Presently, I have 12 chapters Sonic Tail story, which I'm soon to post to Wattpad. I do not know what Wattpad and Archive of Our Own is. Oh my God, everyone get the torches and pitchfork. I'm a Sontail shipper. That's basically, oh, good Lord, dude. People need to take a chill, man. Chill out. I had a dialogue with myself in the car today. I solved all the world's problems. I was so proud of myself. And then I forgot what it was about because I was talking to like a person who was mad that things weren't the way they used to be. Like, you know, things have changed. We have to use pronouns now. We have to do all these things that like we have to be PC. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of rough or whatever. You know, that you have to do those things. We got to be like, we got to go back to where, you know, we just have to accept people for who they are. Like, I'm like, okay, well, if that's the plan, that's great. Awesome. And then it broke into this person who's like, well, then who do you hate? Like, what are your biases? Like, you start asking that person, just like, well, I don't like these things. I'm like, well, wait, those people are just doing their thing. Like, this is what you're talking about. You want things to be the way they are. You just want them to be the way you want them to be. But everybody wants that. So you got to, like, I had this really good conversation. Keep going, Sonic. I'm sorry. I'm sidebarring here. And by the way, LHT Knight's on TikTok talking about stabbing, but he's talking about Kershaw Nice. We got two entirely different conversations. So if you look over at TikTok, do not worry. He's not talking about stabbing. Hello, Clara. Oh my gosh, if that's Clara from Twitch, I am honored. If it's not Clara from Twitch, I'm still honored. Welcome aboard. I'm drawing, I almost said Professor Frink. I'm drawing Professor Farnsworth. I usually do Simpsons upscaled, but I'm doing this one because I was inspired. I feel like a monkey because I'm wearing my tie. So I'm like, I've got to, it's a tribute. It's just a tribute outfit. I'm going to make that sparkly, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to bring that up here. Yeah, I mean, just got to be accepting of everybody's little idiosyncrasies and nuances. So to clarify any confusion, please look up Sontails on either of those two sites. I will absolutely do that. Hang on. Let me write this down. Sontails. Hey, and congratulations for being like bold enough to say those things. You got a hard, you know, it's a hard road to be like sincere, true, and honest to yourself and then express yourself too. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. I don't know if you're aware of this. I got a confession. Hey, LHT, are you still there? You may have to ban some people for what I'm about to say. Our own. I am a white male, aged 18 to 55. And everybody says that the world is tailored around like white males. Like that's true. It's 100% true. However, I don't like my entire like what I do, like as I said, I do this stuff. Like I don't have like a like I'm lumped in with that, but I'm all about expression. I'm all about creativity. I'm all about all of those like and I want to be like an ally for people, whether it's be white, black, Latino, like Asian, LGBTQ. Like I just want to be like I want to accept people for who they are. But it's really hard. That's silly for me to say because it's easier to err on the side of caution. It's like saying, how far from Bend am I? Well, far enough. Like it takes us about 2 hours to get out there. Here's the thing. We're just outside of Portland proper. So we're in the burbs, like Beaverton area. So here's what's cool. If I want to go to the beach, it's an hour and 20 minutes. If I want to go to the dunes, it's an hour and 20 minutes. If I want to go to the mountains, it's an hour and a half. If I want to go to the desert, it's like Bend, where they also have mountains there. It's like 2.5 hours. It's like we are close to like 13, like 7 of the 13 climates on the earth. We have hot springs, we have mountains, we have like volcanoes. We have like it's crazy. They're all with like in an hour and a half. That's why I love this place so much. And if you ever are over here, are you asking because of the Blockbuster that's over there? I was in that Blockbuster before it was a sensation because we used to go over there for like Mount Bachelor with the kids. Like kids would go on spring break. We get all the kids, like their friends together. We would go get a place out there, like everybody would be there, and we would go to that Blockbuster. But you may not be asking. A friend of yours lives in Bend. Bend has become very, I hope, Bend has become very expensive. So hopefully they're doing okay. Because boy, oh boy. Yeah, because they just like we used to do that when the kids were much younger. We can't afford to do that now. It's too expensive to go over to Bend right now. It's ridiculous. All right. So now I've got his eyes. Let me do one more thing. That's not the color I want. Z. I want to get this color. I didn't want that. Hold on. Yeah, it's a beautiful. Like I moved out here from Pennsylvania. I was from just above, just outside of West Virginia, southwestern Pennsylvania. And so, like you had beautiful mountains. You had like you had it was beautiful over there at certain times of the year. But then you also had like you'd see like kids playing on the side of the road with fire, or just like some dog playing with some rust. Like there was just old archaic stuff there from like when we first landed here, like from the days of tobacco plants and stuff. So being out here has been really cool because you just get so much. You get a little bit of everything over here. Again, like so many different environments, so close together. It's freaking. I just absolutely love it, and it's hard for me to go anywhere else because I think about it every so often. I'm like, yeah, I should get out of here because there's a lot of crappy things about Portland. I'm not going to lie about that. There's crappy things about everywhere. But I think about myself moving somewhere and I'm like, I don't know. It's going to have to be. I mean, eventually my retirement plan, I think I've told everybody, my retirement plan is to become injured and handicapped, where I become paralyzed. And then I'm like, I would love to enjoy my retirement walking on the beach, but my legs don't work. Honey, can you get my VR headset? And I put it on. I would love to walk with you. I'd love to just go out and run with you and the dogs, but my legs don't work anymore. I'm retired. My dogs are going bananas. Can you guys hear that? Holy cow. They've gone nuts. All right, I think this is that. I think that's going to be close enough. Make editable. They are going, my dogs have gone insane. All right, one more stretch out there, and then we should be delete. Oh, they're building the advent calendar, I think is what's going on. That's why everybody's going bananas. We got an advent puzzle. If you hate somebody in your family, buy them an advent puzzle because it becomes an obligation. And then you're like, do we do the advent calendar? I'm like, I don't care. Well, we have to do it. It's part of our new family tradition. Why is it because someone gave it to us? I don't want this tradition. It's a burden. All right, that's going to have to be tweaked outside of this. Okay, so that is slightly lighter color fill. Hang on a sec, color fill. Get out of here, color fill. That's too light. Let's go pops. That goes underneath, and then this is white, right? This is, I want to say that this is color. Come on. Oh, you jerk. No! I just ruined all my hard work. Color fill. Did I? Oh my God. Color fill. I will look that up. I'm not kidding you, Sonic. It's you and me against the world right now. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem like the right color. Hang on. Okay. I guess that is the right color. Just didn't seem like it. I'm going to use this to color fill. Pop. Perfect. That is crazy. That is very funny to me. All right. Let's go get the group going here. I'm going to ungroup. Wait, I'm going to move this guy up. I'm going to ungroup him. Then I got to put his eye holes in there. Underneath his, oh, shoot. I got to do something here. Okay, we're getting there. Hang on. Oh, you know what? Perfect. I've got this piece. Oh, that's so great. I'm so glad I have it. Make editable. Oh, that's great. Make it a kidney bean shaped nose piece. It's like clay. We're molding clay is what we're doing right now. Make editable. Ah! We got it. Oh, God. And that's fine. Then we're going to change that color to... You jerk. Perfect. And that's going to go right above his glasses right there. Nice. We're getting there, everybody. We have got so much here. Group. Awesome. So now his head is totally movable. Oh my God, that's so great. Here we go. We're going to zoom back out. Yes, I am going to do that. Okay, I've just seen if anybody came in. All right, let's see how far off we are. That is freaking great. I'm very happy with that right now because what we're going to do is we're going to take both heads and body, copy. We're going to go add slide, new, V. Awesome. So then I can just take a background like, let's go YouTube. I think we're looking at this, right? Here we go. Audio, video, right? Let's try this. Is it not? Jeepers criminy. There it is. Okay. Backdrop. We'll have to get this in the right configuration where it makes sense, but that's good. All right, perfect. Alfredo, who just talked? To clarify any confusion. Did I not scroll down far enough? Somebody's talking to me. I just can't see it. And if I'm missing somebody, I apologize. We're going to go back to here. No, wait. Here. Perfect. Back, 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 back. And the last thing we're going to do is his freaking... Again, his freaking mouth is, I think, the last thing we have to do. So I'm going to push this all the way to the background. Oh my God, I got to push this to the background too. This is going to be a lot easier than you think because this is just a quick little horseshoe We just got to do it in the right start. We got to start there. Click, 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 click. That's going to be on the little brushy part. We're going to knock that down to perfect. Make editable. Boop. And again, this is a word processing program, more or less, that we're using. Like, I have worked on Amiga systems. I've worked on so many different like modeling machines using so many different applications, and this is seriously one of my favorites because you can just do so much so quickly. This is not going to look right, but we're going to do that just for now. Is that? Hang on. There it is. Okay, so that's that, and then his other side is going to be solid. Boop. Boop. Perfect. Great. That's going to be a different one. It's going to be this one. 5, 4, 3. Make editable. Meh. That's going to be right there. I love it. And then we were going to have to do his tongue, which is shape. That's pretty straightforward too. Pop, pop, pop. Oh, that's a really odd colored tongue, to tell you the truth. Sorry about that, Professor. I don't mean to be a jerk about it, but it looks like it's graded on some parts. Hang on. It's not gonna. We're not gonna have a line around it. No line. And we're gonna do gradient fill. Perfect. And this is gonna be first gradient is gonna be that color, Pepto-Bismol pink. And then the second one will be the darker. I don't like that. Advanced gradient fill. Let's make that. Has to be meh. Maybe this does have to have an outline. Hang on. Maybe this does have to have an outline. One sec. The outline will be line, and it will be red, like a darker red. That's way too light. That's way too dark. That's not going to work either. None of these work. Let's make that lighter. Let's make that this color. Perfect. Great. Nice. Okay, perfect. Hello, Mateo. And then that's going to go under here. Okay, then we've got his teeth, which are going to be just, it looks like he has a weird, oh, that's his, that's odd. Let's see if I can just get these in like this. Because the Simpsons and Futurama have similar teeth. They're just like bumps. Don't tell anybody. This is how I cheat. Copy V, perfect. That looks like it's just one. Let's see if we can get this. Come on. Huh. These might have to be tweaked a little bit more, but that's okay. Copy V. And then this one is just a weird shape because it's the inside of his mouth as it curves down. So I might have to make that one like this. That's going to be that. And that's going to be color white. And that's going to be color fill with white. This is going to be no border. Just hear me out, everybody. Good Lord, I'm just trying to get these things to go. Because it just is a weird shape for that part of his mouth. Yeah. Okay, so these are going to go under this right here. Hello. Who keeps texting? Why do I keep missing these? Hello? If I'm missing people texting me, I am so sorry. Oh, I might. You know what I might have? I might have this thing frozen. It is. My one monitor is completely frozen. Hang on. I can't see what anybody's texting me. You know what? That's probably a great sign to save this. Oh, that would be terrible, wouldn't it? Save. Save as. Future. Oh, God. Come on. Desktop. Just save it to desktop, please. Oh, my God. What is happening? Please stop. I don't know how I got that menu up there. That's crazy. What am I doing? Farnsworth. Save. Great. His teeth are going to go behind his head. Like that. Oh, God. Oh, God, no. No, no, no. That's not going to work. No, no, no. That will not work at all. Okay. That was horrible. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to go do this. My second monitor is defunct. It is not refreshing anymore, so I've got to go to, 1 second. New. Hang on. No, 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 no. Hang on. Good Lord. Good Lord, where are you? I'm going to do it this way. Doing it this way, everybody. Sorry. Hi, dogs. Things are out of control right now. Oh, no. Some ordinary gamers just put up a new video. Oh, God.
Why? Why? Why didn't I?
Break his legs. Yes. Why didn't I break his legs? Of course. I'm alive. Here we go. I've missed a ton. Okay. Sorry to clarify any confusion. Please look up Sontails. I saw that. Go figure, Neil. The last time our YouTube viewership was above 4 was when the unpleasant had occurred. That's just both funny and sad. What's your favorite Star Wars movies? Mine is Revenge of the Sith. Really? Okay, have you started blocking people? Because again, my favorite Star Wars movie is... What is my favorite Star Wars movie? I would say Empire Strikes Back is my favorite, because that's the one I related to most growing up. But then after Empire Strikes Back, I think I got bad news for you. I think my next one is Andor, which is the series. I really enjoyed that series. I thought Andor was awesome because it's my kind of Star Wars. But it was Empire and the first one I liked, and then Andor. Those are my three. It's like Final Fantasy Tactics. I like Final Fantasy Tactics. I like Vagrant Story and Final Fantasy 12. That's what I need. Those are the ones I want. And there's other Final Fantasies. They're good, but they're not my jam, more or less. How do I go into live when I'm on a live? Can I do that? Can I see myself live? Can I check myself out? I don't know if I can. I can't. So I can't see anybody texting me on live. That is a shame. That is a darn shame. Sorry to everybody who's on TikTok. I do not know what's happening. I apologize, but my screen is out. All right, I'm just going to finish this up. Did I just delete all my stuff? Oh, thank God I didn't. Jeez, cancel. I might have to reboot this thing because it's acting all wonky now. Let's just give me a mouth, please. I just want a mouth. I just want a mouth. Just give me a gosh darn mouth for one flippin' second. Just give me a color fill, black mouth. That's all I'm looking for. Let's go no border. And thank you, Sonic, for keeping my comments moderated. If people are coming in there, you have my thumbs up to boot them if they're going to be treating people like unfair or like garbage. But I don't know. I missed all of those. I haven't seen anything. I gotta jump back to. Whoop. Uh-oh. That's gonna be a real life. Oh, sure. Hold on, everybody. Give me a mouth. I saw someone say they like saw nails. Now I'm just weirded out. Wait, slow down. Jet strike. I saw someone say they liked saw nails. What is saw nails? Like, I know that Sonic Shoe is talking about, or Sonic Shoe. Sonic, good Lord. I know that Sonic is talking about this, right? So I'm going to take a look at this, but I don't know. I'm interested. But yes, fan in DC, 100% agreed. We all of us Bowers enjoy mouthing off. That is for sure. No border. All right, no touching. Here we go. And then that goes right under his there. Perfect. Okay. So we've got ourselves a Farnsworth at this point. We've got ourselves a solid looking Farnsworth. We'll just, can I merge all these? I wonder if I can. Wait, group. Yep, that's one mouth. Okay, so good. So here's, this is going to be a great mouth. Hang on a sec. Let's go add slide, blank. That's what a mouth looks like. And it's vector because you can see, oh, wow, that's terrible. Okay, that is great to know. So watch this. This is, you see how that breaks apart? That's so cool. It shouldn't do that. So that's what it should look like. So now what I got to do is I got to do this so I can preview. I don't know why I keep looking over at that screen because it's not going to show me anything. There we go. I have to, there we go. So now you can see this is like real rough because I had to make a PNG out of it. But I will blow that up to it's much larger. Okay, we have got ourselves a professor. All right, hang on. No. Oh my God. Oh my God. We're going to get this. Select all. X, V. Hold on, everybody. People like to put characters together in a relationship, and Sonos would be Sonic and Tails. Well, again, it's like a form of expression, right? Like, there is, it's so funny that Penn's fan in DC here is here, because what I'm going to talk about, Jet, it's like, dude, there's fan fiction about the, like, Sidney Crosby and like the Pittsburgh Penguins. Like, there are people like expressing themselves through like characters and things they appreciate. Good news, yes, it's a suppository. Yeah, so again, people just like, as I said, they like Tina on Bob's Burgers is a good, you know, that's her creative expression, is where she's out there doing that. But some people, as I said, just relate in different ways. Listen, I told everybody I was a white guy earlier, and I don't want that to make everybody upset. Because I'm more than that. But no, here's the thing. I used to like, okay, this is so bad. Bugs Bunny used to dress up as a girl, and they made fun of that in the was it called Wayne's World movie, which I was not a fan of Wayne's World. Not a fan of most of that stuff. But anyways, they made fun of it. Like, oh, he likes Bugs Bunny. Garth was like, does anybody get a feeling in their pants when Bugs Bunny dresses up as a girl? The person who wrote that joke absolutely did. 100% had a romantic attraction to Bugs Bunny. I absolutely did. I loved those illustrations of Bugs Bunny, like when he was doing the opera with Elmer Fudd or whatever, and he was in Valhalla and he had the big eyelashes. I'm like, good Lord. As a kid, you're like, woo, who's pretty? That's what mascots are. That's what all that stuff is. So people associate with those things of like feelings of feeling good or feeling comfortable. And so that's how they sometimes, like, it's a comfort thing. The Sidney Crosby, was it Latang cosplay, or sorry, fan fiction, was like way insane. It was hypersexualized, and it was like two Penguins players, well, not two, it was a lot of them. But it's like, yeah, that somebody was doing that. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not gonna watch. I have no interest in that, but I'm like, I'm not gonna stop somebody from doing it. I think it can be hilarious, just like in Tina and Bob's Burgers. But for me, as I said, like, and Pens fan in DC will understand this. Our my dad, um, our dads used to watch. Uh, Thanks. I don't disrespect you in any way. I found it uncomfortable because seeing Sonic and Tails in a relationship, since I've always seen them as just friends, now being villains. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, some people take those things and bend the story and bend the narrative, and that's how we get Rick and Morty out of freaking Doc and Marty from Back to the Future, right? So it's just bending lore and twisting lore, and then you get the Australian version of it. And then you get, yeah, again, I really do think in America we're super like puritanical. We always have been. My dad, and I can assure you, Pens fan and DC's dad would read gentlemen's magazines in public places. That is far more disturbing to me than Sonic and Tails. Like, my dad would be in the mall or in the airport reading a Penthouse magazine. I'm like, that's my pops. That's my dad. That's what I grew up around. So as I said, like, I've become more accepting to be like, okay, everybody around us had to understand that they probably saw my dad reading it. He's like, I'm comfortable enough with my sexuality to read this. But I'm like, yeah, I'm your kid. You kind of want to set an example or something? I don't know. But I know that people were around like feeling bad for me because of that whole thing. I didn't realize it then. I was just kind of embarrassed that he was doing it. But as I said, the people just will express themselves in a certain way. I'm here to enforce community guidelines. As managing moderator for this channel, I ask everyone on the show, please observe those guidelines. Yeah, I don't think there's anything too, unless I missed it, like nothing super bad. But what I'm going to do, I got one Farnsworth. I'm feeling happy with my Farnsworth. I'm feeling good. I'm going to post this. That is a pretty high quality Farnsworth. Let's see how much we can zoom in on this. Let's go back. Let's go. This is all vector right here. So these are all high level. Yep. So now what I do is I can export that as a vector and then bring it into something like preview, new. There we go. Select all, copy. And then I'm going to say Farnsworth, PNG, transparent, and I'll animate these. Since we're on the topic of Sonic, what are your favorite Sonic game? Mine is Sonic Adventure 2. Whoa, Sonic Adventure 2. That's actually, okay, so time out a second. That's good. That's a good one. My favorite Sonic is probably Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Like, that's what I enjoyed the most because I had friends that played it with me, so we had the two-player mode. Had a lot of good experience with it. Love Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast because of like, oh wow, it's the first game on the next generation technology. Is really good. But I really love like Sonic Mania. I don't know. That's one of my favorites. I didn't play too much Sonic 2, but I've heard a lot of great things about people who have played Sonic 2, and they have like, yeah. I don't remember, as I said, I had to have seen Sonic 2. Sonic Adventure 2. I had to have seen Sonic Adventure 2. I've seen the case a million times. Yeah, but that's, again, Dreamcast era. How can you go wrong? All right. So to clarify, so here's what I'm going to do. Real Sonic. I'm going to look that up. But first, I'm going to feed my kids. Oh my God, my son is out there without a shirt on. He's sick, I told you. He's going out without a shirt on. All right, everybody. I'll be right back. But first things first, I'm going to try to restart because my machine is dead. My one screen is dead. So give me a second. I'm restarting. All right, everybody. Hang on a second. See if I can shut this bad boy down. I can't. I'm stuck in this purgatory right now. Sorry, everybody. This will go on indefinitely because there's no way I can turn this off. because I can't get access to my second screen and all my apps are in my second screen. Oh, God, dang it. Quit. Come on. Quit. Quit. Where are you off to? Where are you going, Niles? He's gone. He left. Shut down. Cancel. Restart. Come on. Restart. Don't interrupt. Restart, please.